Sunday Night Football is Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams. Rams have been in quite a few very exciting games lately. Obviously, the Eagles are coming off a Thursday night victory against the Commanders. Your matchup that matters. I'll let you have the floor here to start the talk about these two teams. What do you got?
Yeah, look at me. I'm going the fun, flashy positions here. I'm going corners and wide receivers, specifically Rams wide receivers against Philly corners. I love Quinion Mitchell. Talk about really young corners that I just love watching play. Him and Darius Slay. Quinion Mitchell has allowed 291 yards in coverage, receiving yards in coverage. Darius Slay 189. So these guys are stingy. They're going to be going up against Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, who are such a wonderful 1-2 punch for the Rams with Matthew Stafford. And I do think that it's going to come down to, can you limit these guys? Because that is the Rams offense right now, and rightfully so. I look at especially the deep play potential from both of these guys in Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. They both have 11 catches, gaining 15 or more yards, which, they both missed some time and stuff like that. So you see the daggers more often than not come from this long ball. It just seems like there's always one. In these really dramatic Rams games that are back and forth, there's always the one long pass to Cooper Kupp. And if he's allowed to complete it, the Rams win. This is not a scientific stat. This is not whatever. This is just, if you allow that one play to Cooper Kupp when it's back and forth, then you're going to get burned. And so can Darius Slay or Quinion Mitchell keep a lid on it?
They've played really well. And then obviously, you throw in Cooper DeJean as well from the slot, who I think is playing very, very well. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua love to operate from the slot as well. So, yeah, I'm not giving you any sort of crap for picking the flashy matchup in that one. It deserved to be talked about. One of us had to talk about it. Yeah. I will go to the trenches, and I'm going to talk about the Rams defensive line versus the Eagles offensive line. Eagles offensive line over the last 3 or 4 years has been one of the best, if not the best, in the NFL at certain points in time. I think that this year you can certainly make a case for them being one of the best in the NFL, if not the best in the NFL, when the guys are fully healthy, especially those offensive tackles. Rams defensive line, though, it's a young group, right? It's Braden Fisk and Jared Verse, who are the rookies there. You throw Tyler Davis in there as well, the 6th round pick from Clemson. But then it's Kobe Turner, it's Byron Young, it's Bobby Brown. It's a young defensive line full of guys who are playing on rookie contracts, but they're playing so well. 6th highest graded defensive line all season, and they are the 3rd highest graded defensive line over the last month. So forget the veteran savviness. I mean, these young guys are coming together and playing extremely well. Now, there's a difference between coming together and playing extremely well against most offensive lines.
Right.
And then doing it against a unit that has been very familiar with one another, has a lot of veteran savviness to them, and just a lot of damn overall talent with the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line. Eagles offensive line, they're 2nd in overall blocking grade. They're 8th in passing grade. They're 2nd in run blocking grade. This is a group that has played very, very well when they are fully healthy. And so this will be the toughest test yet for a young Rams defensive line, or one of their toughest tests, I should say. And I'm really looking forward to it because they're on a roll. They're one of the best defensive lines over the last month, like I mentioned, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Specifically, I can't wait to see Jared Verse against these offensive tackles. That is something that I'm really looking forward to, because Verse, in my opinion, is the front runner for Defensive Player of the Year. I know there's some other, Defensive Rookie of the Year, I should say. I know there are a lot of
going against the other one that's in this game.
I mean, right, Quinion Mitchell. I was going to say that the top 3 right now is basically Andrew Phillips for the New York Giants. It's Quinion Mitchell from the Philadelphia Eagles, and then it's Jared Verse for the Los Angeles Rams. So I think this is going to be a fun matchup in that regard. What about plus factor? What do you got for plus factors in this game?
Yeah, it goes right along with it, but I'll expand upon it because Howie Roseman knows what he's doing. He builds through the trenches. That's historically been how this Eagles team has been built under him as the general manager, which I am in full support of. And it's because of the fact that you now have a quarterback too. Jalen Hurts has gotten into kind of that MVP conversation. He's been playing really, really well. It cannot be overstated how much that hinges on the guys in front of him keeping him clean, because Jalen Hurts, when under pressure, has the 20th ranked passing grade, just a 36.6, 3rd most turnover worthy plays with 9, and he has the 6th fewest passing yards per attempt when under pressure. So Jalen Hurts is not the quarterback that we're talking about when we're talking about him in the MVP race if he is under pressure. And he has the luxury of being kept clean, given the fact that he is behind one of the best offensive lines in football and has been behind one of the best offensive lines in football, because that is such a priority for this Eagles organization. And it's why I love them for it. But there is a potential there then, if you can get past this offensive line, you can very much affect Jalen Hurts and therefore this Eagles offense overall. Can Jared Verse do that? Can Kobe Turner do that? Braden Fisk, any of these guys, like you said, they're young, they're hungry, they're ready to go. This is like, it's not the path of least resistance by any means, but it might be the most effective way to get to the Eagles and stop them from scoring points is simply get to Jalen Hurts. It's easier said than done, but if you can do it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe the video. And if you don't have a PFF Plus subscription, you can get one to see all the premium stats that we talked about here on the show, plus the expert betting and fantasy advice over at subscribe.pff.com. The description is also right below. So if you are not a PFF Plus subscriber, you can become one today.